late. This is for your information that before we begin with the part 2 of chapter 2, I want to show you this video of Eveline Glennie performing on stage. And this is the instrument in front of her. It's a xylophone, right? So let's see her performance. I am sure that you will really be wonderstruck at how she performs on stage without hearing the music. Yes, now you can see the slide here. Hanji. So beta, before we start with the part 2, again, I have a few pictures on the screen. Can you identify these personalities? See these pictures? I know it is difficult for you to identify, but still if you can recognize, you can give a try. So any of you, if you are able to identify, you can unmute and tell me.
Last one is Zakir Hussain.
Yes, very good. Last one is Zakir Hussain, the famous tabla player. Very good. Any other picture that you can identify the personality who is in these two pictures? No? Okay, I know it's difficult for you to identify.
Khan.
No. Yeah, now you have the names in front. So first picture, Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia. He's a famous flute player, Bansuri Vadak hai. Then the second picture is Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, Sarod player. Now see the instrument that he is playing, that he is in his hands. It is a sarod. Guitar जैसा दिखता है, पर ये guitar नहीं है, इसे sarod कहते हैं. And the last one, of course, you have guessed it right, Zakir Hussain, the famous tabla player. These are all music maestros, the master in this art, in the field of music, and they have created their own place in this world of music. So let me move on to the next slide. Yes. Now, do you know this music maestro? And tell the name of this instrument.
Bismillah Khan.
Yes, of course. Now you know Ustad Bismillah Khan. And
Shehnai.
yes, this is
Shehnai.
oh, Shehnai, right. The instrument that he has is Shehnai. Okay? So before I begin with the Shehnai, I want to play another video and I want to show you how Bismillah Khan, he plays Shehnai on stage. So just give me some time so that I can play that video. So this was Ustad Bismillah Khan playing Shehnai on stage, and it was really a mesmerizing performance. Yes, so that was Ustad Bismillah Khan playing Shehnai on stage, creating an aura of this wonderful music performed on Shehnai, right? So now let's move on to the next Shehnai. You know, there is a story behind the birth of this musical instrument, Shehnai. And what is that story? You know, it is said that in the past, a musical instrument called pungi used to be played in the palaces to amuse the kings and nawab. And this is the pungi, right? Name भी funny है ना, इसका music भी बहुत अजीब सा निकलता था. So the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, he did not like the sound of this pungi. He thought that the sound of pungi was quite shrill and unpleasant. Shrill means little harsh. कानों में वो चुपती थी आवाज, and that is why he banned the playing of this musical instrument in the royal residences. pungi को बैन कर दिया था Emperor Aurangzeb ने because of its unpleasant sound. And then there was a barber who belonged to a family of musicians. And he used to go to royal palaces. He had the access to the royal palaces. And he wanted to improve the tonal quality of this instrument, pungi. So what did he do? He chose a pipe. It was a natural hollow stem. Jaise bamboo hota hai na, it's a natural hollow stem. So he chose a pipe of that kind. And it was a little longer and broader than the original pungi. Then he carved 7 holes on the body of that hollow stem. And when he started playing on it, a wonderful tonal sound was produced. Melodious tune was produced from that instrument. And then this barber, he played it in the courts, in the royal palaces before the kings and his courtiers. Everybody was impressed listening to this sound of the musical instrument. And this instrument was given the name Shehnai. Why? Because it was born in the Shah's chamber. एक शाह के chamber में इसको सबसे पहली बार बजाया गया था. And as it was invented by a nai, हिंदी में बार्बर को क्या कहते हैं? नाई. और इसलिए इस instrument का नाम पड़ गया शहनाई. Isn't it wonderful? An interesting story to know कि किस तरह से शहनाई का नाम शहनाई पड़ा, क्योंकि शाह के चेंबर में the barber he had played it for the first time, और बार्बर को हिंदी में कहते हैं नाई, so the name became Shehnai. And thus the original Shehnai players, they were mostly employed in temples. You know, Shehnai जो थी ज्यादातर मंदिरों में प्ले की जाती थी उन दिनों में. So they played the Shehnai before the images of gods and goddesses at various times of the day. It was also played in North Indian wedding. It had become an important part of the Indian wedding, especially in the northern side. So on every auspicious occasion, Shehnai was played, and thus Shehnai gradually became popular. लेकिन तब भी शहनाई को ऑस्पिशियस होली माना जाता था, इसकी साउंड को बहुत पवित्र माना जाता था, इसलिए दिस इंस्ट्रूमेंट वाज जनरली प्लेड इन टेम्पल्स और ऑन द ओकेजन्स ऑफ wedding. But the credit of bringing Shehnai onto the classical stage, it goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. He worked really hard on this musical instrument, and not only he brought this onto the classical stage but onto the international stage. पूरे देश विदेश में लोग शहनाई को अप्रिशिएट करने लगे, and Indian musical instrument शहनाई जो थी पूरी दुनिया को मंत्रमुग्ध करने लगा. They were actually overwhelmed with this melodious tone of Shehnai. So let's start the part 2 of this Shehnai story, that is the story of Shehnai of Bismillah Khan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have already covered the introduction part. We have discussed about these personalities. So now let us start with the story of Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of musical instrument called Pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. So I've already explained this, that how this Shehnai came into origin, and ban means stopped. He banned this instrument from playing it in the royal residences because of its harsh, unpleasant sound. Pungi की आवाज बिल्कुल भी सुनने में मधुर नहीं होती थी. So Pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemakers. Now generic word जो होता है, let me explain it this way. देखिए यहाँ क्या दिया हुआ है, a name given to a class or whole group as a whole. Now आपने medicines के बारे में सुना होगा ना, जैसे generic medicines होती हैं. अब जैसे मैं बात करूं पैरासीटामोल की, पैरासीटामोल जो है किस लिए लेते हैं हम, जब हमें बुखार सा फील होता है, राइट. अब ये एक जेनरिक नेम है ऑफ दिस मेडिसिन, जिसका एक अपना सॉल्ट कॉम्पोजिशन होता है. अब इसमें डिफरेंट कंपनीज हो जाती है, जैसे क्रोसिन है, कैल्पॉल है, दीज आर डिफरेंट नेम्स अंडर जेनरिक नेम पैरासीटामोल. सो इसी तरह से पुंगी भी एक जेनरिक नेम था रीडेड नॉइज मेकर. रीडेड मीन्स इंस्ट्रूमेंट में रीड्स बने होते हैं ना. आपने पुंगी की फोटो देखी थी, उसमें होल्स बने हुए थे, अप डाउन जिगजैग मोशंस में होल्स बने होते हैं, जैसे बांसुरी में भी होते हैं, क्लैरिनेट में होते हैं. सो रीडेड न्यूज में नॉइज मेकर कहा जाता था उसे, क्योंकि पुंगी की आवाज को मधुर नहीं कहा जाता था. पुंगी को लोग एक तरह से कहते थे कि ये शोर मचाने वाला एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट है. सो इट वाज कंसिडर्ड एज अ जेनरिक नेम फॉर रीडेड नॉइज मेकर्स. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. लोगों ने कभी नहीं सोचा था that somebody would revive this instrument in its new form. So a barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of pungi. So this barber, who belonged to a professional family of professional musicians, he decided that he would definitely improve the quality of the pungi, the sound of pungi. So he chose a pipe with natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. So when he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. He played the instrument before royalty. Everyone was impressed. So royalty here refers to the Shah, the royal people, the majesties. He played in front of them and they were really impressed by listening to the sound of this new musical instrument. And the instrument, so different from pungi, had to be given a name. And as the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chambers and was played by a nai, so the instrument was named as Shehnai. So this is the pungi. You can see the reeds here and holes in between. And this is Shehnai, longer pipe and having holes on it. So this way it was developed by a nai and played in the Shah's chamber. The instrument was given the name Shehnai. The sound of Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. It was considered holy. And for this reason, it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Indispensable means without which a piece of work cannot be done. एक ऐसा हिस्सा जिसे जुदा नहीं किया जा सकता. So it was an indispensable component of North Indian wedding. In the past, the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. Ensemble means things considered in a group. So royal court में there were Naubat, 9 instruments जो थे वो royal courts के music group का हिस्सा थे. Naubat में जैसे different type of drums were there, Shehnai was there, so different musical instruments were there, and it was given the name Naubat. Till recently, it was used only in temples and weddings. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. So from here, we are going to read about the life story of Bismillah Khan, his journey of creating this instrument, bringing this instrument onto the world stage and classical stage. As a 5-year-old boy, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in the ancient estate of Dumrao in Bihar. Gilli Danda, Gulli Danda जो game है, आपने देखा है, आई होप, उसमें एक गिल्ली होती है, एक डंडा होता है और उससे खेला जाता है। बच्चे पुराने जमाने में इससे खेला करते थे। So used to play it near the pond in the ancient state of Dumrao, estate of Dumrao in Bihar. बिहार के एक estate जिसका नाम था डुमराव, वो वहां रहते थे and used to play just like any other child, गिल्ली डंडा. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihari Ji temple. This name is very important, to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita. चैता एक तरह का भजन है, भोजपुरी सॉन्ग, जिसे गाया जाता था बिहारी जी टेम्पल में. So at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg as a prize given by the local Maharaja. So बचपन से ही बिस्मिल्लाह खान का जो इंटरेस्ट था सिंगिंग एंड म्यूजिक की तरफ था. So he would go to the temple, Bihari Ji temple, and there he would sing Bhojpuri Chaita. And after his singing was over, he would get a laddu weighing 1.25 kg. So he would go quite often there to the temple just because of this, earning this laddu as a prize by the local Maharaja. So this happened 80 years ago. So when this story was written, uske 80 saal pehle ki baat hai. The little boy has traveled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. तो उनकी शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई थी? मंदिर में भजन गाने से. और उसके बाद उनकी जर्नी जो है वो कहाँ तक पहुंच चुकी थी कि उनको हमारे देश के सबसे हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड से नवाजा गया. एंड दैट अवार्ड इज भारत रत्न. So born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belonged to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. So उनकी जो फैमिली थी वो भी म्यूजिक में ही थी. So सारी फैमिली जो थे वो म्यूजिशियंस थे. His grandfather Rasul Baks Khan was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpuri King's Court. Shehnai Nawaz, it's a title given that he was a very important member in the King's Court there, and he was called as Shehnai Nawaz because he used to play Shehnai in the King's Court. His father Pegambar Baksh and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. Paternal means belonging to father, ancestors of father. पिता की तरफ से जो चाचा होते हैं, ताया जी होते हैं, दादा दादी, so they are all paternal. So paternal ancestors, they all were great Shehnai players. The young boy took to music in early life. Took to music means he started learning music at a very young age. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares. Maternal means belonging to her mother. That means unke maternal uncle means mama ke ghar pe le gayi, Benares, which is now called as Varanasi. Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle practice the Shehnai. So जिस तरह से उनके अंकल प्रैक्टिस करते थे शहनाई, he was actually influenced by his uncle. And thus, soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Baks to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Baks was employed to play the Shehnai. So he was so impressed to see his uncle playing Shehnai, practicing Shehnai, that he started accompanying him to the temple where Ali Baks used to play Shehnai. He was employed there to play Shehnai. Ali Baks would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on the end. Captivated means mantra mugdh ho jana. He was just lost in the music which was played by his uncle Ali Baks. So being captivated, he would sit there hours on the end. Slowly he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. So इस तरह से घंटों वो वहां बैठे सुनते रहते थे, and he started taking lessons in learning the instrument, how to play the instrument Shehnai, and would sit practicing throughout the day. ऐसा नहीं था कि वो सिर्फ थोड़ी देर के लिए प्रैक्टिस करते थे, बहुत दिल लगाकर, मन लगाकर he would practice the whole day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya and the banks of Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in solitude. Apprentice कहते हैं helper, assistant. So यहाँ पर अली बख्श का assistant बन चुके थे बिस्मिल्लाह. And जो जगह है टेम्पल, बालाजी टेम्पल, मंगल मैया टेम्पल, बैंक्स ऑफ गंगा, इन ये जो सारी बैंड्स थी, ये एक यूजुअल प्लेस बन चुका था बिस्मिल्लाह खान का, because he would sit there and practice for long hours in solitude. Solitude means sitting lonely there. वो अकेले में बैठ जाते थे और वहां पर बैठकर वो घंटों शहनाई प्रैक्टिस किया करते थे. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent, wait a minute, ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of Shehnai. So बहती हुई उस नदी की धारा के पास वो बैठ जाते थे and he used to get inspired to improvise and invent different ragas. शहनाई में पुराने जमाने में in olden days बहुत कम ऐसे musical tones थे जो बजाए जाते थे. Then he invented different sorts of ragas which can be played on Shehnai. So those ragas which were actually considered beyond the range of Shehnai, कि नहीं शहनाई पे ये राग नहीं बजाया जा सकता है, he even played those ragas and invented new ragas for Shehnai. So see how hardworking Bismillah Khan was. So from the very childhood, he had an inclination towards learning this musical instrument. Then he followed his uncle. He used to practice for long hours sitting near the banks of river Ganga and Balaji temple and Mangal Maya temple. And this way he would keep on practicing for Shehnai.